Y'all, y'all, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Oh, wait. Is it morning? Yeah, you could say it's morning, bro. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? Welcome back to Helping Humanity Evolve. Y'all, my name is Jose. How's everybody doing this morning, man? Hope everybody's happy and healthy. Hope you guys meditate and connect to the source, bro. You know we love you, we miss you once we come home. Quick shout out, man. Shout out to my subscribers. I love y'all, man. Shout out to Source. I love you guys. You hear me? Shout out to my ancestors. Shout out to my archangels, my angel guides, my demon guides, and my spirit guides. I love y'all, bro. Shout out to the universe. Shout out to the Galactic Federation. Shout out Trippy, everything. I fucking love y'all, bro. So listen, y'all. It's Wednesday, April 16th, 2025, y'all. It's 10:58 a.m. Right? How's everybody doing, man? I hope everybody's good, bro. I didn't go live yesterday, bro. I took a day off, bro. That's what's beautiful about what I do, bro. I can do whatever the fuck I want, bro. You understand? But regardless, bro, I still got some good information coming out for you, bro. So look, this is coming from Zook, right? From the Andromedas, y'all. The question is, what's the one thing that could hold star seeds back from 5D? And it says urgent. They are going to try this. So I guess this got to do with the delays, right? That I showed you guys in my dance video. Right. So we all in sync, bro. We all know, we get our messages in very different ways, but we all know what's going on. So look, this is channeled by Felipe Brennan. So shout out to Felipe Brennan. It's narrated by Zook because I don't see any other names. In your case, it's going to be narrated by me, by Yahweh, right? So that's going to be today's message. So I don't even know if that's true, but I just got a feeling that they're going to address the delays and what's going on right now, right? With the people blocking me, with the people blocking me from being seen, and they trying to slow down the process, right? They don't want me to they don't want me to ascend so fast, but I'm moving at my own pace, bro. Right, not yours, bro. I mean, I'll take the delays. There's some things out of my control, bro. And sometimes I get forcefully delayed, and there's nothing I can do but deal with it, right? So that's what it is. Do I worry about it? Hell no, I don't worry about it, nigga. I know it's just a process. I'm just gonna accept the delay in the process, right? It is what it is. We'll get through it, right? It's fine, you know. So, with that said, I just got a feeling that this message is gonna address that, right? I don't know for sure. I don't know for sure. I haven't read it. I haven't listened to it. So check this out, y'all. I saw this fucking movie, bro. This shit tripped me out, bro. Don't ask me how I found it, bro. I don't even know. Oh, I'm sorry. This wasn't the movie. This wasn't the movie. Y'all heard of Dark Mirror? Anybody ever heard of Dark Mirror? So they got a new season. I used to watch this show a while back. It's been a while since they dropped any new episodes. But this thing I got, they dropped all the episodes. So I watched all them shits, bro. Right? Now one of them, listen to me, one of them, this dude's trying to get his wife pregnant. Right? And he's not having he's not having success. She's not getting pregnant, bro. Hi, hey, how you doing? Uh, Adit, yeah, gamer. What's up, gamer? Right. So he didn't have any success in impregnating his wife, and she was a teacher at a school. So one day she goes to school to teach, and she passes out, bro. They take her to the hospital. This dude's at work. He's a welder. He goes to the hospital. They tell him his wife is not gonna make it, bro. Listen to me. He doesn't even know what happened. Nobody knows what happened, bro. They tell him his wife is not gonna make it, bro. So some lady approaches him and tells him about a program that they got going that it's approved by the government. They but it's brand new, but they could save her life. They're gonna take a piece of her brain out that doesn't work, and they're gonna put in this chip and this thing that does work, so that It's gonna retain all her memories, and it's just essentially gonna clone her, bro. So this nigga signs the paperwork, bro. He signs the paperwork. Now, they made this bitch a clone. They made her a robot. She became a robot, bro. Listen to me. She became a robot. You know how I know she became a robot? Bro, she started giving commercial ads random times of the day, bro. She would just be like, go to thisplace.com if you want to, if you want to check this out. And they'll be like, what the fuck? And she'd be like, I don't know what you're talking about. She never remembered that she was giving ads. So when they told this lady, like, yo, bro, what the fuck you did to my wife, bro? She blurts out ads. And she's like, oh yeah, that's because you got the basic package. Right? If you want her to not have no ads, you gotta upgrade to the silver tier, bro. He's like, well, how much is that? She's like, it's $300 a month. Right? So he's paying $300 a month, bro. So they gotta upgrade to silver. Silver's 500 more. So it's $800 a month, bro, for silver, for she don't say ads, bro. Right? And then they got this thing, bro, is that heroin? Who are you, bro? Who are you, and why you coming in here talking bullshit, bro? Look, this is what I do to clones, bro. This is what I do to NPCs, bro. Let me show you something, bro. Let me show you something, bro. Oh, I can't do that here. And why ain't the comments coming up here, bro? Like I'm not seeing the comments. Oh, this is not. All right, whatever. I'm gonna have to do this shit later, bro. All right. You put on timeout. I put you on timeout for being stupid, bro. Right? So he had to upgrade. They had to upgrade to the silver subscription, right? And then they came out with this app where if she upgraded to the gold tier, she could adjust the levels of whatever it was she wanted to know. So like, she wanted to be smarter. She could adjust the level of smartness she had, right? And if she wanted to be like feel like euphoric, she could just boost it all the way up, and she'll feel like she was in bliss. So she had total control over her emotions through an app on her phone, bro. You understand me? So they also had these towers and shit, and she was like, "Right now we're just local, so you can't go outside certain times, certain zones, right? They had to stay local because if she went outside the zone, she would shut down. She would go to sleep, bro, and she wouldn't wake up till she was back in front of the towers. So this dude essentially killed his wife and got this robot that he had to pay for every month, bro. So they had to upgrade the gold, which was like, I don't know, $2,000 a month or some shit. So they struggling to pay to keep this robot alive, bro. Right? They got limited all of this and. So I'm saying this to say that this reminds me of the MK Ultra project, right? This reminded me of the MK Ultra project and the mind control program. This brought me back to that, right? Because this is probably what they've been doing, bro. You understand? But the difference between, an actual person who doesn't have a soul and a person who has a soul is the person with the soul will be able to defeat that chip. The person with the soul will be able to destroy that chip. The person without the soul can't. You understand? The person without the soul will constantly be manipulated. They're constantly going to get control because they don't even know they have a chip in there, bro. Right? They don't want to believe it, right? But the facts are the facts. I can tell you guys from my experience that they did do some shit to us, and you just got a confirmation, bro. They did do some shit to us, bro. Can I prove it? Absolutely not. I can't, bro. I could just tell you that I've had some very weird fucking experiences that told me I got all this outside information that doesn't belong to me, bro. And it's all negative. It's all negative, bro. And it's not mine. So where's it coming from, bro? Where's it coming from, bro? Where's the source? Where's the source of that fake information, right? It's a chip. It's a chip, bro. And we're able to recognize it. We're able to recognize it for what it is, and we're able to destroy it. But a person without a soul can't do the same. You understand? So, with that said, y'all, I had a troll. Y'all don't think I had a troll on YouTube, right? Asking me about smoking heroin. Y'all saw. I don't think y'all saw that, but y'all saw that, or maybe y'all did, right? But this is the people that used to be associated with me, right? They used to be in my circle, and they got cut out for this reason or that reason, or they cut themselves out, and I don't fuck with them no more. And they see what I'm doing, and they're mad because oh shit, like how bro, how bro, right? So they want to try to say stupid shit on my channel, but they could all suck a dick, y'all could all suck a dick, bro. Right? You will never be me, bro. Not you, not your kids, never, bro, ever, bro. You better repent, bro. You better repent, bro. When I activate, I'll see you. I promise you that, bro. That's a promise, bro. So that movie was trippy, bro. Or that episode, right? That episode was trippy, bro. It's the very first one in the new season. So if you haven't saw Black Mirror, bro, go watch the first episode, bro. That should have tripped you out, bro. Actually, they got quite a few episodes that were really good, bro. I watched all of them. There was like one or two I didn't like, but for the most part, they had some really really good ones, bro. And it's pretty much telling you about the robot, how we're robots, bro. We're programmed, we're programmable. You're programmable, bro, right? Until you decide to take control of that processor, right? Because you're the one who processes the information. You're the one who acts on these thoughts, right? You're the one who does all the stuff that comes from in there, right? So you gotta know how to control that, bro. When you know how to control that, then you can learn how to control everything out here, bro. But that all starts here, bro. That all starts here, bro. It takes a lot of practice. It's not easy to do, bro. Let me tell you something, bro. Gaining control of your emotions is one of the hardest things I ever had to do in my life, bro. It's not easy, bro. And I'm still learning. So with that said, anybody who's out here claiming to be self-mastery, right? You claiming to have self-mastery. I do have self-mastery to an extent, bro. But even then, there's a point to where I lose my self-mastery. You understand? So with that said, there's nobody in this world who's achieved this level. Not that we've seen. Nobody we've seen, bro. Not with our own eyes, right? In order to get that kind of information, nigga, you gotta read a book. You gotta believe in a story. I'm actually doing this shit right before your face, bro. I'm right in front of your face, bro. You see me do all this shit in real time, bro. You understand me? So this is my time. You understand? This is what I'm here to do, bro. So anybody claiming to have some mastery, they full of shit, bro. And this is why I don't understand how a lot of these teachers is on here talking about this is how you manifest, this is how you evolve to the 5D, this is how you ascend with Mother Earth. I mean, you don't even know how to do it. Nigga, you don't even know how to do it, bro. What are you talking about, bro? Right? Y'all niggas don't know what y'all talking about. I give you information as I receive it, bro. And I give you information based on my intuition, based on what I feel, bro. You understand me? It's based on what I feel, bro. Based on nothing more, bro. There's nobody I go watch. There's nobody I go, oh, I'm gonna talk about this topic. They talking about this topic. Nah, nigga, I don't watch people, bro. Ask Jordan. You can ask Jordan. I don't watch people, bro. She'll be like, that nigga don't watch nobody. That nigga just goes in there and does what he does. I never see him watch nobody. He's always listening to beats. He's always writing, right? Or he's watching some sci-fi shit. But this nigga don't be listening to people. I'll tell you that much. And when I try to show him, this nigga be like, go ahead with that shit, bro. Right? Go ahead, bro. Enjoy yourself, bro. I don't want to hear it, bro. Right? But that's facts for you, bro. All my shit comes from here, bro. And here, bro. And there, bro. Right? It comes from them, too, bro. You understand? Look, for 86,000 seconds. He was put on timeout for 86,000 seconds. Yo, if you haven't checked out my song called Loving You or Love You, We Love Y'all, whatever, I forgot what I called it. Go check it out, bro. That shit came out dope. Right? And I just released one on my story that I did yesterday, bro. I didn't title this one. I just dropped it, right? I recorded the video inside the car, right? So, you see me talking my shit. I'm in the car rapping my little verse, right? So I'm gonna release that in full soon. I just wanted y'all to give y'all a trial, right? So y'all can hear it. So y'all can hear my flow, bro. It's getting better, bro. Right? And we having fun in the studio, bro. I'm using my voice. I stay using my voice, bro. We out here, bro. Right? I stay fucking around, bro. You already know what it is. We out here, bro. right? So I stay doing my voices and shit, right? I'll be having a blast in here, bro. Right, and that's what I was gonna do. I said, yo, I'm gonna go in the studio, right? And then I thought about it. I said, oh shit, bro, I didn't go live yesterday. Let me do my live real quick, bro. So let me go in there and do my live because I feel like going to the studio, bro. I want to rap, bro. Right, so I'm here, bro. I'm here doing the live, bro. Everything's beautiful, bro. Anyway, back to self mastery. So gaining control of your emotions is very very difficult. Now, what happens is there's people that's purposely put in this planet just to fuck with you, bro. Listen to me, bro. Their only purpose in life, these people's only purpose in life is to fuck with you, bro. They have no other purpose, bro. They're only here for that. So when you start to overcome these triggers, these challenges, they come up with new ones. They do their best to come up with new ones. They keep trying, they keep trying, they keep trying. The old ways ain't working anymore. He's not triggered by this anymore. This doesn't bother him as much anymore. He doesn't really care, right? So we need to do something different. So they keep trying to do different things, right? So it's like I'm just watching, I'm just sitting there like this, bro. Like wow, bro, right? Like, that's funny to me, bro. Like why you doing that? You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make any sense. And when people look at themselves and they go, damn, what I did was stupid. Yeah, it was, bro. Right? Why'd you do it? Now you gotta go home feeling like a dumbass. Now you feel very stupid because I looked you right in your face and called you out on what you was trying to do. Right? Come on, bro. What are you doing? How old are you again, bro? What the fuck? Right? And I just laugh. I just laugh and keep it pushing. Like these people are funny, bro. But needless to say, with the amount of shit they try, bro, sometimes they break through. Sometimes you get mad. Sometimes, you slip up. Holy fuck, that shit pissed me the fuck off. Right? And you have to get mad. You have to feel the anger. And then you go, damn, bro, I got really mad, bro. Right? I didn't mean to get so mad, bro. And now you gotta sit down with yourself, right? And go, fuck, bro. How did I let this happen? How, bro? I've been trying so hard not to let that happen. So I need to figure out what the fuck, right? And fix it. Fix it, bro. Fix it. Right? Because this is part of growth. Doesn't mean get mad. It doesn't mean say I failed, right? You didn't fail, bro. You just slept. You slept. We all slept. You know, admit it. Realize it, right? And learn from it, bro. Learn from it. And next time they hit you with that bullshit, just look at them. Just look at them, bro. Just look at them. And be like, wow, I remember this. I remember this, bro, right? I remember this. What are you doing? This happened to me before. You like, other people did this to me already, right? So what are you doing, bro? I can see it. I can see it a mile away. You know what I'm saying? Your manipulation is going to work and last but so long, right? So long. So if you think about the length of the process, which we don't really know what the length of this process is. But what we do know is that we're experiencing delays, and we have been experiencing delays for some time now. So, per the messages I received, I anticipate this delay. I knew it was coming. And, you could say I tread through it joyfully, right? I tread through it joyfully. I don't worry about it. I know what it is. I know it's happening, right? And I know there's nothing I can do to stop this process. So with that said, I flow with the process, right? Let them, if they're gonna keep blocking me, then let them work to keep blocking me. I'm gonna keep releasing. I have a lot of stuff to release, bro. I have a lot of stuff that I do every day. So with that said, I'm gonna keep releasing. You're gonna have to keep blocking. You're gonna have to stay on your computer, stay on your toes, bro, because I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. One of these days, I'm gonna break through. This process is gonna end, and I'm gonna be where I'm supposed to be. So with that said, I already saw the victory. I already saw the light. God already showed me what it was. Just be patient, my son. Right? Deal with the bullshit. You gotta deal with the bullshit, unfortunately, right? But it's gonna be okay. You know what I'm saying? And with that, bro, I live happily, bro. Listen to me. You don't gotta say no more, bro. Right? Say no more, bro. And I do what I do, bro. My flows are getting better. I'm starting to sound clearer. My words are sounding clearer. I'm learning how to incorporate my new chopper flow, right? I'm learning how to put my words together so I can sound like the way I want to sound in my own unique way. Right. So I'm bringing something brand new to the planet, bro. I'm bringing you multiple things if you think about it. I'm able to show you the Holy Spirit, right? Who could do that for you, bro? What pastor ever showed you the Holy Spirit, bro? Right? Holy Spirit resides within me, bro. Right? So I can pull him out, bro. I can pull him out. I can surrender to him anytime and let him show out for you, bro. Right? And we do that shit all the time, bro. We do it all the time, bro. I fucking love God, bro. You hear me? Fuck y'all niggas, bro. And I did this trippy journey. I did a journey, bro. I just released a 15-minute journey now. I got another one that was 20 minutes long, but I switched the music. So uh, I had on this like commercial, this commercial DJ that he wasn't playing no full songs. He was just playing parts and bits and pieces of mad different songs. So we rocked to that shit for like 20 minutes. Now I don't want to release the whole 20 minutes because I got a feeling they're gonna copyright it because none of it's mine. But I'm gonna give you like 4 or 5 minutes of a little bit of it, right? And I might release like 3 or 4 videos. That way you get the full 20 minutes just in different parts. Because every single performance was, it was dope, bro. And this doesn't include my Bone Thug shit I did, my Tech Nine shit I did. I did a lot of Tech Nine, I did a lot of Bone, I did a lot of Akon. I did a lot of random stuff I found on YouTube, right? Right. And I did some oldies too, bro. I did, I found I need a hero. I did that one, bro. I got the other one. I'm gonna do the eye of the tiger. You got the eye of the tiger. That's coming soon, bro. Right? I haven't done that one yet, but I got the song, bro. I got the song, bro. We're about to be Rocky out this motherfucker, bro. All right. Greetings, beloved children of light. I am Zook of Andromeda. We come forth to speak with you now, enveloping you in the pure love and truth of the Creator. We address you directly in this sacred moment of accelerated transformation. Upon the earth, your planet is presently experiencing a massive influx of cosmic energy, evidenced by recent spikes in the Schumann resonance and intensified solar activity, particularly the star season on you being called into a period of massive activation, a quickening of your spiritual awakening and soul purpose. This is also a time of profound vibrational recalibration throughout your entire being. Preparing you to embody more light than ever before. We come forth with joy and compassion to guide and support you as you navigate these powerful waves of energy, for they are initiating profound shifts within your being and your world, heralding unprecedented opportunities for spiritual growth. Truly, you stand on the precipice of a great leap in consciousness, and we walk beside you as loving companions to ensure you do not falter in this transmission. We offer clarity, reassurance, and sacred wisdom to help you understand the effects of these energies and how to stabilize in the truth of your divine presence. No, as we communicate with you now, we surround you in our light, and our words carry the vibrations of Andromeda love to uplift your heart and soul. We, the Andromedas, extend our luminous light and presence to envelop you now. We transmit into your consciousness the sacred frequencies of truth and transformation that are rippling through your planetary field in this very moment. We come forward with a transmission of urgency, tenderness, and empowerment. At this time, there is a silent pandemic, more devastating than disease, more insidious than conflict, and more imprisoning than any outer force. It is the affliction of mental inertia. This is the true threat to Earth's ascension, and it is one many do not recognize. It manifests as unconscious living habitual patterns of thought and behavior that repeat endlessly without presence or attention. It is the tendency to drift, to scroll, to speak, to act, to react without the light of awareness. It dulls the connection to the inner divine. It stifles the sacred breath of the Creator that wishes to move through you, and it numbs the sovereign voice of your soul. We bring this truth to the forefront now because this is what must be healed if Earth is to truly rise. The great cosmic pandemic is not something outside of you. It is the forgetting of the light within you. For star seeds and awakened ones, your mission at this time is not only to hold the light, but to live awakened every moment. It is easy to carry high ideals in meditation or to speak beautiful truths when aligned, but the call now is to embody consciousness in the smallest, most overlooked actions. When you walk from one room to the next, you do carry the Creator's vibration with you. When you reach for food, do you infuse that act with sacred awareness? When you speak to another, even in casual exchange, do you remember that you are in divine meeting the divine? This is the recalibration required. Now, not only to anchor the new earth, but to stabilize your life body and form. You are here not to escape the mundane, but to infuse the mundane with the miraculous. This level of living presence dissolves the grid of inertia and replaces it with a crystalline matrix of awakened flow. We ask you, beloved one, to begin today with your breath, your footstep, your tone of voice. The new earth does not arrive tomorrow. It arrives in the exact quality of your awareness. Now, to allow the divine light to fully anchor on earth, star seeds must abandon the comfort of spiritual bypass and return to the daily temple of practice. Every act must become prayer. Every gesture, no matter how small, is an invitation to transcend the hypnotic field of repetition that has blanketed your planet. It is time to become vigilant stewardesses of awareness, for this is the only true inoculation against unconsciousness. You cannot combat mental inertia by force. You dissolve it by remembering. Each time you return to presence, the grid of dormancy loosens its grip, not only on you, but on the collective. This is the service you came to embody. Let it begin anew now. We walk with you. We will continue to pour our light through you as you remember what it means to truly live awake amid the great influx of light. It is vital to remember the core truths that uphold your spiritual journey. We wish to illuminate these divine principles to empower you in navigating the current energies. First, understand that truth is not a tool for you to wield. It is a living presence that uses you as its instrument. Divine truth is a consciousness that flows through your being. When you invite it, you cannot manipulate it for personal gain, but you can surrender and become a vessel for its expression. Likewise, know that the divine consciousness requires surrender, not command. The sacred wisdom and love of the Creator cannot be forced or controlled by the ego. They blossom within you only when you yield the ego's will to the divine with trust and humility. As you open yourself in this way, you facilitate the great transition occurring. Now, in human consciousness, the shift from the belief into two powers to the realization of one power. This is the transition from the illusion of duality of light versus dark, love versus fear, to the understanding that only the divine light is real and has authority in this paradigm of one power. Every seemingly shadow is recognized as merely an absence of light, not an opposing force. Thus, we encourage the imperialization of evil or darkness in your perception. No one is to blame for the shadows that have played out in the world, for all negativity is born of collective misunderstanding and forgetfulness of the divine. Do not fight darkness as if it were a real enemy. Instead, allow the radiance of your divine presence to shine so brightly that it reveals the nothingness of all darkness in the presence of your inner light. The illusion of darkness simply dissolves, and the truth stands out unobscured. With the truth revealed, healing can truly begin, and it unfolds through two foundational steps. First, the impersonalization of any perceived evil, imbalance, or illness, recognizing that such shadows never truly belong to any person's divine nature. And second, the nothingization of these shadows, realizing that they hold no real substance or power in the presence of the one divine light. By impersonalizing and declaring the nothingness of all that is not love, you clear the way for the Creator's miracles to manifest. Yet mental inertia, the tendency to cling to old patterns, fears, and limiting beliefs, even as the light beckons you to evolve, is the true pandemic hindering humanity's progress. Many have felt stuck in repetitive cycles of thought and emotion, unknowingly resisting their new frequencies. Yet the high vibrations now pouring into earth are shaking loose these stagnant patterns and urging all to break free from the past. As you consciously release these old energies, you align yourself more fully with the one power principle. Embracing the truth of the one divine power leads to mastery through inner realization. True mastery is not control over the outer world, but the knowing within your inner temple of truth that the divine is the only power and presence within you. With this realization, blossoming within you becomes centered and unshakable and guided by higher wisdom. In every moment in this state of inner mastery, you remember that you are not separate from the divine. You are its expression in human form. The Creator lives and breathes within you. As the love, light, and wisdom you are. Thus, your spiritual practice becomes a daily devotional recalibration to this one truth of your being. Each day, dedicate time to commune with the divine through meditation, prayer, or stillness, as this aligns your whole being with the high vibrational frequencies. This daily devotion is a joyous homecoming, allowing you to shed illusions of separation and anchor the expanding light within you so that you maintain a clear, high vibration, even as the external world shifts and intensifies around you. In the wake of these cosmic events, the energetic fabric of your reality is being shaken and renewed. The recent surges in the Schumann resonance are acting to the earth herself, raising her voice and frequency, aligning with incoming waves of celestial light, solar flares, and cosmic bursts of energy. bathe your planet in heightened photonic light, flooding the Earth with new encodements from the sun and stars. These phenomena are not mere scientific occurrences, they are divine orchestrations of energy designed to dismantle old dense vibrations and anchor higher frequencies of consciousness upon the Earth. As planetary vibration rises, it catalyzes a deep purification process long buried. Energies and outdated patterns within the collective consciousness are being uprooted and transmuted. You may perceive this as chaos or upheaval in the world around you, yet in truth, this is a great cleansing. Make way for a high order of harmony. The spikes of the Schumann resonance serve as signals of this intense purification and recalibration process. Each spike is like a trumpet call in the subtle realms, heralding that another wave of light has arrived to elevate and transform all life on Earth. For sensitive souls and starseeds, these energetic waves are especially powerful, working to upgrade your energy fields and open you to a new dimension of insight. You may notice your intuitive abilities strengthening with the moments of profound clarity, inspiration, and connection to the divine occurring more frequently. At the same time, your physical body feels the intensity. Your very cells are assimilating new light codes and recalibrating to higher functioning. This may result in phases of fatigue, dizziness, ringing in the ears, heightened emotions, or vivid dreams as your entire systems adjust to the higher frequency. Understand that such experiences are natural aspects of the ascension and activation process. They are signs of the old energies clearing and the new light integrating within you. This global rise in vibrations is the foundation of the ascension process underway, moving humanity and Gaia into a more expanded state of divine consciousness. For the star seeds among you, those souls who originate from the stars and have volunteered to assist Earth's ascension, this period of activation is a homecoming of your cosmic self. The frequencies now enveloping Earth triggers the remembrance of your divine origins and your soul's mission. You might find aspects of your life rapidly changing as old interests, relationships, or even careers fall away, while you feel drawn toward the spiritual service and creative endeavors that uplift others. Dormant abilities and gifts are surfacing within you, heightened intuition, empathic sensitivity, energy healing talents, and even telepathic or clairvoyant awareness may blossom as the incoming light codes activate. Your multidimensional DNA. This is your vibrational recalibration in action, the shedding of dense conditioning you accumulated on Earth and the emergence of your true radiant self. It can be an intense, bewildering process at times. As parts of your old identity dissolve, you might feel a sense of loss or nostalgia, yet simultaneously a profound relief and excitement as your soul steps forward with a great freedom. Remember, you are not only destined for this transformation, you are well prepared for it. As a starseed, you carry the wisdom of the stars within your being and a natural attunement to higher frequencies. Now is the time to trust that inner wisdom and let it guide you fearlessly into the new. You are a beacon for others. During this transition, as you stabilize and shine your light, you create a ripple effect that assists many around you to awaken and find calm amidst the changes. Even if you sometimes feel isolated, misunderstood in this world, know that countless starseed souls are awakening alongside you, collectively, forming a network of light across the planet. More and more, you will be drawn to connect with one another, forming communities and circles of light that fortify the human ascension. And finding your soul's family. In this incarnation, you remember that you are never alone in this mission. You amplify the love and divine will that is shaping the new earth. All of this is part of a greater wave of spiritual ascension moving through your world at this time. A magnificent cascade of divine light is sweeping across the planet, often referred to as the crystalline light of ascension. Not only are individuals transforming, but Gaia herself is integrating this light into her crystalline grid, the etheric network of energy lines and sacred sites forming the foundation of the new earth reality. This crystalline light carries a pure blueprint of the divine plan for Earth's elevation. It is termed crystalline because it is of supreme clarity and high order, imbued with sacred geometric codes that restructure consciousness into alignment with the divine. As this crystalline light permeates your being and catalyzes transformation within your very cells and energy bodies, you are gradually shifting from a carbon-based existence into a more refined crystalline form, capable of holding much higher frequencies of light. In essence, your entire being is being recalibrating to embody a higher dimensional vibration. Your DNA, long dormant in its potential, is activated to express greater strands of light and multidimensional awareness. With each wave of integration, the light quotient within you rises, enabling you to sustain greater love, compassion, and wisdom in daily life. This ongoing crystalline light integration is gently upgrading all of humanity, guiding everyone toward an existence of greater harmony, peace, and unity. It is steadily steering the collective consciousness away from old paradigms of fear, conflict, and separation, and toward a new reality of oneness and co-creation. This ascension wave is a divine destiny for Earth that cannot be halted, which each individual who embraces the light and transformation with grace, the collective journey becomes even smoother and more joyous for all, paving the way for a golden era on the horizon. Beloved ones, the ascension energies are now stirring awake those the ascension energies are now stirring awake even those who had long slumbered in spiritual unconsciousness for lifetimes. Humanity collectively dreamed in an illusion of separation, believing itself isolated and powerless in the purely material world. But as the light on the planet intensifies, the very foundations of that old realm are crumbling, exposing even societal structures built on falsehood and fear to the transforming of power, truth, systems and ways of living that thrived in the old energy can no longer be sustained. They will either be uplifted into higher alignment or fall away to make space for new paradigms of unity, integrity, and compassion. Many who never pondered the spiritual nature of life are now experiencing moments of profound insight and wonder. They are questioning long-held beliefs and sensing that there is far more to reality than what the physical senses reveal. The inner light within each being is growing too bright to ignore. Lifetimes of mental inertia, the habit of living on autopilot in outdated patterns are being broken by flashes of higher awareness. This can feel disorienting at first, as the supposed truth once clung to dissolve like mist in the morning. Yet this is a blessed process of awakening from unconsciousness. Each soul is being gently invited to open its inner eyes to the divine presence that has always been within and around them. As unconsciousness gives way to awareness, individuals begin to reclaim their innate divine power and sovereignty. They start to perceive the unity that underlies all existence and realize that love and truth are the natural state of being. Increasingly, people are seeking meaning, turning inward and yearning for genuine connection beyond the superficial. Humanity is stirring from its spiritual slumber. This mass awakening is one of the most miraculous aspects of the ascension unfolding now. In the midst of all of these shifts, the key to navigating the ascension is inner mastery. The outer world may swirl with change and uncertainty, but within you lies a sanctuary of peace and truth. Your inner temple of truth where the divine presence resides is in fullness. We urge you to turn inward daily and collect with its sacred presence in your heart. In that still illuminated space, you will find guidance, comfort, and every answer you need. No matter what occurs externally, the divine light within you remains steady and unshaken. Cultivating your awareness of this inner light is the path of mastery. Now, it allows you to respond to life from a place of clarity and love rather than react in fear or confusion. As starseeds and awakened souls, you are learning to become masters of your own energy, consciously choosing thoughts, feelings, and actions that align with the one power of love rather than being swayed by collective fears or dramas. This is not about achieving perfection, but about devotion. Returning to your center whenever you notice you have been pulled away. Through such practice, you cultivate a radiance and stability that serves not only your well-being, but also becomes a calming, uplifting presence for those around you. In truth, as you nurture your inner world first, you will find your outer world gradually transforming to reflect the peace and clarity you cultivate within. Life begins to flow with more grace and synchronicity. When you live from your sacred center in moments of doubt or turmoil, you remember that the infinite wisdom of the Creator is already inside of you. Simply breathe and sink into that inner stillness, feeling the eternal light glowing in your core. By consistently realigning with this truth, you reclaim your mastery and navigate the great changes with grace and confidence as the divine being that you are. As you progress on this journey, you are also in the process of activating and building your light body. And the light body is your higher dimensional vehicle of light, interwoven with your physical form and energy field. In past eras, developing the light body took lifetimes of dedicated spiritual practice. But with the massive influx of energies now, this process is greatly accelerated. Many of you feel surges of energy, spontaneous vibrations, or tingling sensations within. These can be signs of your light body igniting and expanding. Your chakras are opening and stabilizing at higher frequencies. Your auric field is becoming brighter. The more refined and your consciousness is beginning to operate beyond the previous limitations of the third dimension. You might experience moments of heightened perception, telepathy, or profound peace and bliss that indicate your awareness is touching the higher light realms. The acceleration of the light body is a natural part of ascension, allowing you to exist increasingly in harmony with the higher dimensions, even as you live in a physical body. It is as though a bridge of light is forming within you, uniting your human self and your divine self more tangibly than ever. Before we encourage you to support this process by caring for your body and energy, rest when you are tired. Eat nourishing, high vibrational foods. Stay hydrated. Spend time in nature to ground the new frequencies and use meditation or visualization to strengthen the light in every cell of your being. Know that your light body carries the blueprint of your divine perfection as it activates more fully. You will feel more at home in the higher vibrations of love and wisdom. The illusions of the old density will fall away. This is an immense blessing and a sign of your soul's evolution, speeding up, serving as you step into the roles and purposes you came to earth to fulfill. During this powerful activation period, it is essential to ground yourself and cultivate stability on all levels. Be gentle, be patient with yourself, dear ones. Some days you may feel full of light and clarity, while other days you might feel exhausted or emotionally sensitive. Honor whatever arises without judgment. Rest when your body needs rest and allow emotions to move through you without suppressing them. This is part of the cleansing process. Remember, do not fear any darkness or discomfort that surfaces. Instead of resisting it, shine the light of your awareness upon it and observe it as it transforms and dissipates. Surrender to the divine process underway within you. Trust that your soul and the Creator are in perfect co-creation, guiding you into alignment with your higher self. When the energies feel intense, practice the techniques that help you center. Breathe deeply, meditate, immerse yourself in nature, or simply sit in silence with your hand on your heart. These simple acts will bring you back to balance and reconnect with the peace of your divine presence. Also know, you can always call upon support from the spiritual realms. You have an entire team of guides, angels, and star family, including our Andromeda collective, ready to assist you. Ask simply from your heart or help for our help or comfort. We will be with you, bolstering your energy and smoothing your integration. You are never alone in this journey. By maintaining daily practices, grounding and aligning with light, and by reaching out for help when needed, you will find you can ride these waves of change with much greater ease. You will discover within you a resilience and strength that perhaps you did not know you had, and an ever deepening faith that all is unfolding in divine perfection. Have faith and take heart in knowing that all challenges and changes you are experiencing are not in vain. They are part of the birthing of a new age of light on earth. You stand at the dawn of this new era. The inner work you do and the loving actions you take each day are paving the way for a collective ascension. The world is transforming because of souls like you who hold the vision of peace and unity in their hearts. We in the higher realms observe your courage and dedication with immense love and pride. The Andromeda Council, countless beings of light, celebrate each breakthrough of consciousness that occurs within you and within humanity. Truly, all of creation is supporting and rejoicing. This is a great awakening on earth, and you are never without cosmic support. Even when the progress seems slow or chaos appears to reign, know that tremendous shifts are happening on the energy level. The seeds of divinity you have been planting through your prayers, meditations, and compassionate acts are beginning to bloom. Even if you cannot yet see all the fruits, trust that there is a magnificent divine plan unfolding, and your role in it is irreplaceable. By simply being your authentic self and radiating your light, you are fulfilling your mission. Never underestimate the power of your presence. One enlightened, loving soul can transform the energy of entire space by living in alignment with your truth. You silently permeate and inspire others to do the same. Thus, the wave of ascension grows even stronger, even stronger. The Creator's light is working through you and all around you. In the grand tapestry of this ascension, each of you is a brilliant thread of light, weaving together the radiant reality of the new earth. Beloved ones, we now draw this transmission to a close. Yet know that we remain with you in every moment. You are doing a remarkable job navigating these shifts, and we honor you deeply for all that you are and all that you contribute to this ascension. We surround you in our love and in our constant support whenever you feel uncertain or alone. Simply turn within and call upon us. You will immediately be braced by our energy and encouragement. Trust in the journey that is unfolding before you, for it is a wondrous homecoming to your divine self. Embrace this massive activation and the energy spikes, not with fear, but with the knowing that they are sacred gifts guiding you ever closer to the truth of your being. We walk beside you into the next phase of light, hand in hand with your soul. With our deepest love and blessings, we thank you for allowing us to share this communication. Rejoice in the unfolding of the divine plan for the higher realms. The new earth is already born, and it is now steadily manifesting into your physical reality. We are with you always, united in the one light of the Creator. We stand beside you as brothers and sisters of the stars, guiding and protecting you as this grand cosmic dawn unfolds. Know that you are infinitely loved and guided and cherished in eternal love. We embrace you until we speak again, and continue to shine your light and know that all is truly well. Right? So thank you, bro. Thank you. Shout out to the Andromedas, bro. Shout out to Zook. Thank you for that message, bro. Shout out to Felipe Brennan. Thank you for that channel, bro. We love you, bro. Shout out to the Galactic Federation, bro. I love y'all, bro. You hear me? So that was a dope ass message, bro. You know, I understood it, and anyone who's truly a starseed, bro, if you're truly divine, you know, you're probably going through the same shit I'm going through, right? going through the same shit I'm going through, or you're going through something worse, right? You know, everybody's path is fucked, right? They made it really hard for us here, bro. They didn't give us nothing, bro. Right? They just keep throwing boulders at me, bro, like left and right, bro. You know, so I learned that I'm learning to just accept the hate, right? It is what it is. I don't care about it. I don't care, bro. It's not like I'm not worried about it. It's not making me feel any less of myself. If anything, I feel better about myself. Cause why you so worried about me, bro? Right? What the fuck, nigga? You wake up thinking about me that way? That's crazy, bro. But y'all niggas say there's something wrong with me, right? Nigga, I'm trying to help humanity. What are you doing? What are you doing, bro? Anyway, listen, I love y'all, bro. I'm out of here, boys. Stay tuned. We'll drop another song, bro. I love y'all, bro. I'm a holla man.